Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie and we are currently in Delhi, India. So we left Jodhpur 2 days ago, arrived yesterday morning at like 8 AM at the hotel. The room wasn't ready till 10:30, so I slept literally on a sofa in the reception area for 2.5 hours. And then yesterday I was just kind of a bit of a zombie, so I didn't vlog much yesterday. We got some food at the places where we went to last time we were in Delhi, really enjoyed that. But I thought I'd vlog the next 2 days. Now, a little bit of a heads up, I'm tired. I don't feel like I've had a real good sleep in 4 or 5 days now, so I'm a bit tired. Also had some stress going on with work and at home and things like that, which is also fun. And we've been traveling for 6 months and we've spent 1 month in India, and I kind of honestly feel like I'm done with India. Like, I'm done with people staring, I'm done with people asking for money all the time and trying to scam us. I'm done with just like the amount of people, the amount of noise. I'm just kind of done with it, if I'm honest. But I do want to film the next 2 days to kind of show what we're doing and where we're going. We are going today to Old Delhi to look around the old markets. And we also want to go to Jama Masjid, which is a big mosque. I think it supports like 40,000 people or something. We tried to go last time we were in Delhi, but we didn't have enough money to get in, because it says that online it's free to get in, but actually it's 300 for foreign tourists each. So we're going to go and do that today. And then I think the plan tomorrow is to go to the tomb of, no, it was Humayun, something like that. So we're going to be going to a tomb tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to vlog too much, like, as you know, as I do usually with like a really intense vlog that's like filming every single thing. I think I'll just show you around a little bit, because like I said, I'm just kind of done with being here, if I'm honest. And I'm just a bit tired and not bothered about it. So this is a great start to the vlog, but I'm gonna get going now. So yeah, let's go and explore. Okay, so we have arrived at Old Delhi. We're currently walking down the main street, and I think we're going to try and get lost in some of the smaller streets. We came here a couple of weeks ago when we were last in Delhi, and we did a cycle tuk-tuk tour thing, like a rickshaw thing, where we got scammed. He said it would be 200 for an hour. He did half an hour and charged us 400. So we're not doing that again today, but I think we will have a walk round. So I just thought I would say hi and kind of show you what we're currently looking at. So this is the main road that I said we're walking down, and then basically to the right and to the left there's lots of small roads where there's lots of different markets selling like fabrics and jewellery and food and all sorts. So we're going to try and find some food and just try and take in some of the culture and enjoy kind of a stroll around Old Delhi. Okay, we found somewhere for lunch. Jeremy's going to get a plain masala dosa and I'm going to get a tomato uttam pan. Okay, so this is where we've come. Kirpa restaurant, breakfast, lunch and dinner. So this is Jeremy's dosa. There's basically food on the inside. Yeah, that's his hand. For size reference. And then inside, there's like stuff in there. Okay, so I forgot to film my food. It arrived and then I just ate the whole thing because it was delicious. But we basically shared, so I had half of Jeremy's dosa and then he had half of my tomato uttam pan. We are now just walking through the streets. We're still on the main road, but I think at some point we will go and see like the smaller markets and things. But I'll just give you a quick look. So we ate down there somewhere on the left, and there's these buildings. I think this is a mosque. And then we're going to walk down here. So Jeremy got a lassi. Usually they mix it in with ice and it's like milk almost, like it's really liquid, but this is more like porridge. But it's actually really delicious. It's kind of thicker, isn't it? Yeah. More cheesy. But you're enjoying it?
Yeah. Okay, so we have finished at the old town. It was really nice to walk around and see the fabric shops and all the small little winding streets and things. I didn't talk to you too much just because we get stared at as it is, and it's even more overwhelming trying to vlog in public, especially with lots of like tuk-tuks and people kind of whizzing past. But anyway, we're now walking down to Jama Masjid, which is the mosque that we wanted to go to last time, but we didn't have the money. So it is 300 rupees each, which is fine. I didn't bring my camera because I think you have to pay an extra 300 if you want to take photographs, and I just thought, you know what, I can't be bothered today. So I'll just get some videos on my phone and some photographs and things, but yeah, really enjoyed walking around Old Delhi. Okay, so we've made it to Jama Masjid. It's behind me here. Lots of people. It basically closes between 12 and 1:30. So we're here about 2:30, so it's been open about an hour after lunch, and it seems busy, but we're going to go up and have a look around. Okay, so we've made it into Jama Masjid. Like I said, we do have to pay to get in for tourists. It's 300 rupees each, which is about €3, something like that. I'm not quite sure how big it is. No, thank you. I'm not really sure how big it is and like how much there is to see, but anyway, I'll show you around. So this is the entrance way, and there's a huge like courtyard area, and then the mosque is there, so I hope we'll be able to go inside. There's also water in the front there. I think people are like drinking and washing, and it must be holy water. And there's also a queue of people trying to get pictures, and there's also these cloths on the floor for us to walk.
आपके दोस्त को भी पिलाएं और आपके साथ जो फैमिली है उसे भी पिलाएं।
Okay, so it's a little while later. We are back at the hotel in Delhi, and I wanted to talk to you quickly. Of course, the drilling starts. I'm sorry about the noise. I wanted to talk to you quickly about today. So we went to the old part of town, like Old Delhi. It was actually really fine. I think last time we went to that part of town, we went to the Red Fort first and didn't have a great experience. Then we were both kind of on edge and agitated and whatever. But it actually didn't seem that bad today. And I also think that Delhi doesn't seem that bad compared to Agra. Like arriving in Delhi, we were like, oh my God, this is so overwhelming. And then you go to Agra and it's even worse. So like now having been in India a couple of weeks, Delhi doesn't seem that scary or that bad, which is quite nice. It also goes to show how bad Agra is. But I just thought I'd have a little bit of a rant, because I don't want it to seem like India is this like perfect, amazing place, and that like we've had the best time here and like everyone's so respectful and amazing and beautiful and all the rest of it. Like the architecture here has been amazing. I'm sure I'm going to talk about this in depth when we do our like India overview video. But I just find certain things like really bizarre. And like a lot of it I'm sure is just cultural differences, but there's so many things that just are so opposite to me and my like how my brain works. So there's things like spitting in the street, throw rubbish on the street, just being rude to people in general. Like there's just a lot of little things, but some of the big things in particular, like today we were on the metro, and in front of us, about to get off the metro, there was an old man, and then another younger man, and then Jeremy, then me. And then when the train pulled in, there was like two like quite big men just stood at the doors, and I was like, oh God, they're not going to let us off. And they just like barged through. Obviously, you know, usually you're supposed to wait for people to get off first and then you get on, or at least go to one side so people get off on one side and get on the other side. Just barged straight through this old man. And like Jeremy sort of checked on him afterwards and he was all right, but like they just have zero respect for people. And it's not all Indians, and like I don't want to like be that person, but it's a lot of the time. Or like we were walking back from the train station, from the metro station close by, and somebody was driving his tuk-tuk and he wanted to turn around, so sort of was coming up next to us, did this, and then was going to reverse, and then sort of looked around behind him, saw us there, and reversed into Jeremy anyway, because Jeremy wasn't fast enough to get out of the way or something. Or like yesterday, I think it was, somebody was moving their motorbike, like it was on the side of the road, and he wanted to just pull it back and then like get on and start going. Didn't look at all around him as to what was there, who was there, just reverses, and you just have to get out of the way. And it's something that we found here, is that the people here are so incredibly selfish. Like everybody's like, me first, I'm most important, you get out of my way, I don't give a shit. And it's just, it kind of takes its toll on me, because like I say to Jeremy, like I feel myself like turning that way as well, like getting the same way in terms of like, if I know somebody wants to go, I'll go first. I'm like, fuck you, I'm going, like I'm more important. And it's interesting how like after a couple of weeks in India, it's like changed my mindset to have that mentality of like, me first, I don't give a shit about you, I will cut you off, I will get in the way, just because everybody else does that here, and it's just crazy. Anyway, and then also we went to what's it called? Jama Masjid, which is the mosque that we went to last time, but we didn't have enough money, so we went back again today. That was the whole reason we went to that part of town, was to go into the mosque, and it's 300 rupees, which is about €3 each to get in. And I honestly don't think it's worth paying for. And I know that's probably not what you were expecting me to say, but it's just basically a huge courtyard with a beautiful mosque at the back that you can't go in unless you're praying, which obviously I wasn't going to pray. So there's nothing to actually see or walk around or go inside or anything like that. There are some towers, but you have to pay an additional fee, I don't know how much, to go into the top, and we just thought we're not going to bother with that. So honestly, I don't think it's worth going for €6 to go in. I think you can go there, poke your head in and have a look if you're in the area, but even then I wouldn't particularly recommend it. So that was today, which I think I'm just so done with India. I probably shouldn't be talking like this, because it's probably not India's fault, it's probably just me and my mindset, but I'm kind of just done with being here, to be honest. But tomorrow we are going to the tomb that I said about earlier, so I'm going to stick that on today's vlog and kind of put it all together, because I don't think I've vlogged much really today. So you'll see me again tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be in a better mood and we'll enjoy tomorrow a little bit more than today.
Good morning. It's the very next day. We have arrived at Humayun's tomb. Still haven't figured out how to say it, but we got 2 metros and then walked about 20 minutes to get here. Yeah, I don't know too much about this place actually. I know it's something that's like worth seeing. I think it's going to be busy, but I will find out some information and try and let you know little bits here and there. So the first place we have come to is this one behind me. It's called Isa Khan's tomb, and then inside there seems to be like 4 or 5 tombs. So I don't know too much about that. If you want to know more, obviously please Google it. I'm not an information person, but it is beautiful. It is absolutely boiling here. And then there's another one next door as well, which is a little bit less impressive, smaller, but there's that as well. So these 2 in this little complex, and I think we're now going to walk on to the next section. Okay, so now we've made it to Humayun's tomb. It's very similar to the one we went to a couple of weeks ago, last time we were in Delhi, the day I went to get the iPad. I'll leave it linked down below, like the name of it, because I can't remember and I can't find it on a map. But it's very, very similar. So you can definitely see there's a certain style here, the Mughal style I think it's called. But yeah, just standing here with like, it's obviously a bigger version, but also with the gate and the water down here, that was also very similar to the other place. And then also the gardens behind. So like I said, it's obviously a bigger version here, but it's very, very similar. So I can definitely see that they're all inspired by the same architecture, the same sort of style. It's very beautiful, very, very hot. We're here in the middle of the day, it's like 1:30 at the moment, so probably not the best time of day to come. I'd probably recommend coming either early in the morning or in the evening, just to avoid the midday heat, but that's just like me, obviously English woman in India, struggling a little bit, but it is beautiful. So this is the view just from the corner, and I think it's fantastic how you can see how equal it is on both sides. And then around here, the beautiful gardens with the water and the entrance gate, and then the gardens as well that I just quickly showed you. So yeah, it's very, very pretty. Okay, so we've looked inside Humayun's tomb. We're now kind of down on the ground level, and these are really cool, really beautiful. But we are now walking towards two other tombs. I'm not sure how close we can get or if we can go inside, but we'll go and have a look anyway. Okay, so these are the two tombs that we are currently walking towards. And then behind me is that view. Isn't that awesome?